Our planet's oceans are responsible for some of the most severe weathers on Earth. We rarely see it, given how vast they are. It makes sense that most of the time there is nobody around to experience it. Once in a while, through, a ship travels into bad weather and captures it all on film. Cruise ships, cargo ships, and oil rigs all bear witness to waves that most people never see on land. It gives us a true appreciation of the power of Mother Nature. From a ship caught in a hurricane to a chemical tanker in rough seas, here is the five monster waves that were caught on camera. There are tens of thousands of ships sailing the ocean at any given moment, both large and small. The vast majority of the time, conditions are fine, calm, winds, smooth waters, and sunny skies. It is also not unusual for captains to sail through bad weather. However, there is one thing that will definitely challenge the courage of even the most seasoned ship's captain: the knowledge that you may have to sail through hurricane conditions. In this video, shot by a brave sailor in the North Sea, we get a glimpse of what it's like to sail through hurricane conditions. The ship, an emergency response and rescue vessel, is built to withstand these waves and will sail in this weather to rescue helpless vessels caught in this storm. Swell after swell crashes against the ship's hull. As mentioned, the ship is built to endure these conditions, and the captain and the crew are trained to stay composed while being tossed around by the unrelenting seas. No doubt, through the conditions, must make life on board extremely uncomfortable. But that's what comes with the job. As for the rest of us, we have to rely on videos like this to tell the tale. The North Sea, one of the most volatile bodies of the water on Earth. Here, warm water from the Gulf Stream collides with the near Arctic conditions from the northern Atlantic and Scandinavian regions. This can produce incredibly fierce weather, leading to highly turbulence at sea. Despite this, the area is rich in oil and other natural resources. So, numerous oil rigs are scattered through the sea, constantly drilling and braving these conditions. What people tend to forget is that these oil rigs, often as large as or even larger than ships, actually float. Although they are tethered to the ocean floor, they remain at the mercy of pounding waves. The video shows a large platform listing from side to side as the ocean rises and falls. Even though the platform itself sits around 60 feet above the water, spray from the waves still reaches the deck. Beneath the water, the rig uses turbines to maintain its position, preventing wind and tides from pushing it off course. Large ballast tanks store purge water to keep the platform perfectly balanced. When talking about monster waves, how could we leave out tsunamis? Tsunamis start far out at sea after water is displaced by a large earthquake. Very few people have witnessed what these waves look like in the open ocean. However, in March 2011, a camera aboard a Japanese Coast Guard ship captured the moment. As the ship sails forward, it becomes clearly that the horizon looks slightly off. The sea has risen dramatically in the distance, and if you look closely, it almost appears as though a small mountain of water is forming. Upon seeing this, the captain knew he had no choice but to sail directly into it and ride over the wave. The moment lit to one of the most catastrophic events in modern history. The North Sea is not the only place where severe weather and monster waves exist. Sailors on board a chemical tanker watched helplessly as massive waves pounding their ships in the Atlantic Ocean. The video offers a powerful insight into the conditions these sailors endure, wave after wave crashing against the vessel, sending water and mist across the deck. In the background, you can hear the wind howling and the ship creaking as it is tossed around. Imagine what this must have been like centuries ago, when ships were smaller and made of wood. It would have been a truly terrifying experience. Choppy seas are nothing new to ship captains. Things are certainly easier aboard larger vessels, and some of the biggest ships sailing the world's oceans today are cargo ships. Even with their massive size, they are not immune to rough seas. Captains must know how to handle these conditions properly. If a ship is positioned incorrectly, it can suffer serious cargo damage or even risk structural failure. Just off the coast of France and Spain lies the Bay of Biscay. On this particular day, a fully loaded container ship was en route when it encountered severe weather. When the video begins, conditions are already dangerous. The ship is being violently tossed by waves. But the main danger wasn't the weather itself, it was the way the ship was loaded. Weight distribution is a critical stage to safety of ship. When done correctly, it helps protect a vessel from excessive listing or rolling. When done improperly, however, it can pose a serious threat, even the risk of sinking. While rare, there have been many close calls. Large waves at sea are far more dangerous than we often realize. While they may seem harmless from land, they offer a powerful reminder of the immense force our planet is capable of unleashing.